Welcome to Biz Chicks TV, the place to be for tips and tools to help you do business better and to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run. We are the Biz Chicks, TJ Online, the digital diva, bringing us everything that we need to know about digital marketing. And today we're going to be talking about content. We want to thank you for being here watching live and on the replay. Hashtag replay gang, replay gang. Love to see you here. Thank you for sticking with us. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but we are on and rolling. So without further ado, we have TJ Online from New York City.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for bearing with us. There's some technical issues going on. We're trying to figure out what's happening in the background, and I am going to reshare the broadcast out because like I said, we want people to watch what we're doing, what we're talking about, and also join in the conversation. So if you just give me a minute, because I had all the setup, so now we had to do a whole fresh new broadcast on Facebook. So I am trying to find it. I don't see it. I hope we are live. Let me check my.
I think so. Yes, we are.
Okay, because I don't see the post. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I see it. Facebook hides it. I think we play hide and seek some days with Facebook.
Yeah.
Hey, Nazim.
Something and you don't see it right away. It's like, okay, I'm refreshing. I still don't see the post. I see a live button next to my videos, but I need the post because I need to share that with everybody.
Well, Nazim is in the house.
Who's here?
Nazim.
I'm not looking. Eileen?
No, Nazim.
Oh, Nazim. Hey, Nazim. Nazim is in Italy.
Yay.
And he's doing some great stuff over there. I love the post where I think it was your sisters and they were making tomato sauce. I think you posted that on Instagram. I thought that was just like so cute. Okay, now I see it. So just like I said, we had technical issues, so we got to roll with it. And everything that I set up has to be set up again.
That's okay. It's see, this is the thing with going live. You do it anyway. You don't let it stop you, especially when you've got something content that's going to help somebody. You don't stop. You do it anyway because people can watch it on a replay.
Exactly. So when you're doing the live stream, you set it up on Facebook and you have, your post set up and what you're going to say. And they give you a 10-minute window to go live. So if you miss that window, it's pretty much,
you got to start over.
Yeah, you got to start. So that's what I'm doing. I'm starting over. So just, a few more minutes of chatter.
Well, so while we're getting all of that worked out, we want to thank you for tuning in. And today, as you know, is 9/11 for us in the U.S. And it's a day that we want to remember. And so we're not going to forget it.
Right. And they're using the hashtag never forget.
Yeah. There was quite a few, and you talked about hashtags last week, and there were there's over 5 million, I believe. I was over on Instagram. There is a lot of never forget, and most of it is all having to do with the 9/11.
Not celebration, the remembrance and
yes,
the reading of the names, and I believe there's some new. There's a new, not a statue, but there's a new commemorative wind chime. There's a sculpture in Pennsylvania that I think they're dedicated today. So it's like the wind, the chimes is supposed to be really nice. So we shall remember. And I also I wrote some, because I was trying to remember my thoughts for that day, and I wrote a post on my Medium. I reshared it because I was like, if I don't write this down, I'm not going to remember
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember that day, but it was like I wanted to get some of the details.
And it's different when you were in the city than it was for some of us who are on the other coast. I can remember it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was working at another place at the time, and I was coming into my office. And I did have a TV in there because I was doing television production, but I had a TV in my office, and I was looking at it. I'm like, what movie is this? And it wasn't a movie.
And it's funny that you said a movie because I mean I witnessed it firsthand. So to me, it was, I was thinking this is like when that movie Die Hard with Bruce Willis and the building blew up. It was exactly like that, and you're sitting there going like, wow, it's just incredible.
Right. It was really, and you don't know what to say. You don't know.
You don't. You really, your mind is. I will say this, that your brain will take care of you. Like it will, you don't have to think, well, what will I do? Your brain will tell your body to move. And
right.
Firsthand experience. Your brain is still, your eyes are still processing it, but your brain is like, okay, it's time to move. So
yeah,
the thing you don't have to worry about that. You always hear of people, in extraordinary circumstances and there's heroic things going on. It's because their brain is like telling, it's not a thing you think. It's just a thing that happens.
Yeah, you do. You do more than anything else.
Right. Okay, I got one more. Just sharing to the group, and then we'll be ready.
Yeah, so I sent, Terry was asking, Terry.
Yes, in the group.
Yeah, so and then I sent it out to her too. Facebook has done some new things and moved some stuff around again. So I'm like, where is that button? But I found it.
Yeah,
and it's
really
okay.
Need to, when you're doing live stream, they really need to, change that because it's too many. If I want to share it more than one place, it's just, you see how long it took me to share just a couple of places. So Facebook, if you're watching, I hear people say Facebook is watching the lives to check the what people are saying and do. So Facebook, please change that. It's just annoying. So okay, so we talked about what's happening today and the technical issues, so we apologize, and we are going to get started.
Yes.
With the Back to Basics series. So, I mean, we did this last September because I was thinking, it's back to school. Kids are going back. College kids are going back. So let's go back. And we're talking back to basics, digital marketing. And these are topics or information that you may already know, but they've either changed or, there may be people who don't know or want some clarification about what exactly is this? What exactly? So last week, as Fran mentioned, we did talk about hashtags. And I want to move my mic. I'll make sure that you can hear me. So we talked last week about hashtags and, the basic of hashtag, what are hashtags, the strategy to use it, especially with Instagram, because there was some new information because when they change the algorithm of these apps and platforms, everything changes. So this is how social media digital marketing works. There's always new stuff to talk about on top of the platform, the basics of it. There's always something changing because it doesn't stay the same. It meaning digital marketing and social media and being online. And I've heard people talk about the things that we do now on social media. In a year or 2 or 5 years, we'll be doing something different. Isn't that exciting?
And we're probably going to be doing something different next week.
we just might. It just might go that way. But that's the way technology is. I mean, Apple's coming up with something tomorrow. They're going to talk about their new. So the technology is always changing, and it gets faster and faster, and you need to keep up. So we're trying to make this the spot where you come and we share the information that we have. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, this is what I know because I make it my business to follow the experts, people that are, like Jay Baer and Mark Schaefer. There's a whole list of, Gary Vaynerchuk. There's a whole list of people in the space. And You don't even have to follow those people, but I'm just saying those are the people that when I read their content or listen to their podcast or just follow them, they make sense to me. So there may be other people that make sense to you, like some people like Grant Cardone or Ty Lopez, or there's a lot of people in the space, and the ones that I'm calling experts, I know that they are, and there are some people who aren't. Well, that's a discussion for another day. So you choose. No, really, there's been talk about people buying followers and gaming the system and all that.
Yeah, because that gaming the system thing. We are going to have a conversation about that, because and what not to do in social media for authenticity.
Right.
Come on, y'all.
We should revisit that, because we did talk about that earlier this year, because the New York Times did a whole expose on the experts that you think are experts, that they bought these followers, and people will think, okay, what's so bad about buying followers? And this gets into why we're talking about what we talk about here on Tuesday and Friday and all week, is that you want to build a business that's fun to run, that's profitable, that's successful, and you built it. But when you buy followers, that's empty calories. That's something you consume that you could go, wow. The commercial I could have had a V8, because you want something of substance that's going to build your company. This is not, I need to have all of these likes and followers because that's going to give me business. That doesn't give you the business. The likes and the follows is for attention, to get them into your world, and then you have the thing that they need or want or desire to buy for you at the right price. That's what the business is. Okay, so I'm glad to see in the last year we're moving away from the number of by having influence or being someone of expert, that they have a certain amount of followers, because now you can buy them, and those people aren't even people; they're bots. You bought bots. Is a bot going to buy from you? Is a bot going to comment? Is a bot? They may comment with some stupid stuff, but that's not quality comment. They're not going to interact with you. So you bought them, you feel good about having that. And I know, and it's not, I'm not saying this to whatever, but for Instagram stories, you need the 10,000 followers to do the swipe up. So everybody wants that. But if, a lot of people find it hard and it's difficult, because you're building a road. You're not putting up a inflatable raft. You're building a road. So people want that 10K on Instagram to get the swipe up, so they can, tell people to go and get in their funnel or buy this or whatever. Well, you can do that without the 10K. It's a little harder. But like I said, you built a road.
But here's the thing. If you take time to build it, you're going to have quality people coming to hear your quality content. Ooh. It won't be fluff when they get over there, because you didn't take the time to build it correctly.
Exactly.
And you will appreciate the ones who start out with you and stick with you. Those 5 people who like you and get you and want to support you, and they're going, go, go, go. And you got 5 people, but you're over here like, okay, I don't want the 5. I need to get the billions. Yes. You can't serve billions effectively.
Only McDonald's can do that. Only McDonald's. So, and I always say that we've talked about, because I feel like we talked about that over and over, but maybe that's something we need to
keep revisiting. Over. We need to, because we need to remind you, it's okay that you have 12. It's okay that you have 100, 500, 300, 267. It is okay. And you can serve them well, and they will in turn turn into more clients and customers, because you're taking care of them well.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly. That you're giving them the information, the value, what they need, and they're going to stick with you. You have to trust in it. So I know there's the mad rush to, only have 800 followers, or only have, but I earn each one of those followers. the few may drop off, but that's just because that's the nature of, people are doing the follow for following. When you don't follow back, they unfollow. And that can tie into people's feelings of, well, they don't, they're not connected with me, or, something's wrong. But not something's not wrong. You're just you're separating the wheat from the chaff, right? You're just getting away. You're separating it.
And everybody, everybody is not your customer, nor are you everybody's customer. So you follow certain people because they have information that's helping you and getting you where you need to go along this journey. And and that's why we follow TJ every Tuesday, because she always brings us something that we can think about in English or whatever language it is that you speak, but it's easy to understand, easy to digest, easy to do.
Right. And I see that as my purpose. It has to be easy because you have a lot of things going on, business wise, lifestyle, everything's going on, and it's so much information that it can be confusing. You ever hear the studies about, well, having 2 glasses of wine is bad for you. Then they come out 2 weeks later and saying, you can drink the wine. So they flip flop and you never know. So it's confusing. So we try to get rid of that part. Like when I follow people, like I said, when I follow those people, I know that they are in the thick of it. They're looking for the real truth and they want to deliver it to their audience. So that's why it comes from them. And I go, okay, yeah. And then I come here and then we talk about it in a simple way. Because I see lots of posts and things about social media, digital marketing. I'm like, why are you confused? It's confusing. You don't need to use all that jargon and technical words in this. We don't need that. So we need to make it simple. So that's why today we're going to talk about content. We're talking about content, and it's a big subject. It's really big. Content is really big, but simply content is just the information that you're posting online. And it could be a blog post. It could be your podcast. It could be a tweet. It could be an Instagram post. It could be a Pinterest pin. It could be something on LinkedIn. Those are the major players where you're putting your content, your information. So content is the information that you're disseminating. And I put a big word, I didn't mean to do that. But it's the information that you're giving to your audience.
Yes.
You're delivering it to their audience because they need it and they want it.
Right.
That's the key. That's the key. Because you hear, and I'm going to say this, and you're going to know what it is. People say content is king. Well, yeah, kind of.
How about good content is king?
Right content. Content. Useful content.
Yes.
Content that people want. Because there's a lot of content out there, and it ain't king. I'm sorry. It ain't king. It's not. I see a lot of, okay, I'm going to pick on this, quotes. Some people love quotes. I hate quotes. I hate just general quotes.
And
if you're going to do quotes, make it specific to what you are trying to get out to your audience. And I don't see that a lot. I just see posting for the sake of posting. And we talked about that too. That people feel like they need to bombard their audience with stuff. But it's not the right stuff. So if you give me a meal and it's not what I want, I'm not going to eat it. I'm not coming back to your restaurant. That's a good example. I'm not going to eat it because you're giving me something I don't want.
And I didn't ask for that.
Right. I didn't ask for that. I don't want that. So if you go, you go to a place and you want lobster, but they serve you a burger. Well, I don't want that. Well, that's all we had. I was too lazy to buy the lobsters today.
And the problem is that you put Best Burgers on the front of your store serving lobster.
Right. So that's really what it is. And it's because a lot of this is because I'm going to say it. Some people, we're lazy. Some people are lazy and they go, well, I got to post something. No, I don't subscribe to that. Other people may tell you to post stuff and put it in your automated feed and just spit it out. Automated. Like the line with the Lucy show with the line and she was doing the chocolate and it kept coming. You don't have to do that. Post when you have something to say.
I like that. You only speak when you have something to say.
Yes, and some people cannot. It's like some people cannot have an empty when you're having a conversation with someone and there can't be a moment of silence. Why not? What's wrong with the silence? You have nothing to say. Let the silence be. So this is again. You don't have anything to say. Don't post. You're not going to lose your audience because when you do post, you're posting quality stuff. It's gold. It's we really love this stuff. I went to the lobster restaurant and they gave me a delicious lobster. Well, guess what? I'm going to come back when I want lobster.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can't drop the mic at every post. Can't be a drop the mic post.
It's not going to be. So
just
go ahead.
I was going to say the drop the mic moments. You need to post those, but that's not going to happen every like this.
Right. So and you can post. You can do that. Now, like I said, the quotes. A lot of people will just fill up their automatic feed with quotes, and the quotes don't. What do they have to do with what you're talking about? Trying to find, at least make it relevant. I mean, you could use the quotes.
I like what you said about relevant. Yeah. So today it is a 9/11. So if you're posting anything, you might want to think about what you're saying. Think about what's happening today to make your post relevant to that, if you want to, or relevant to whatever was on your heart, but make it genuine when you post it.
Oh, I love that. What's that word? Genuine. It has to be genuine. It has to be. And that's a good example because I was looking at one of the hashtags. I think it was maybe #never forget, which was it's all about September 11th. And then I saw someone put a post in about essence oils or something. It didn't mention anything about September 11th. It didn't mention anything about remembering, the people that we lost and all of that. It just was about them, their little essential oils or whatever they were selling, a picture of the product and the hashtag never forget, and then another one for September. That's not how you do it, because especially with this type of event, it has to be genuine. It has to be heartfelt. It has to be sincere. You could say something about the event and don't even mention your product. But
thank you.
Post something that's unique. And this is another part of the content world or the content strategy that you need to have. And it needs to be useful. It needs to give them what they want. And it has to be unique. Now, I don't mean unique as in nobody ever made this, something that was created and no one else has created. You can take something that someone created, and this goes with stock photos. This is a little tip. You can use stock photos, but change it somehow. You can change it with filters. You can crop a piece out of it. You can put words on it. You can, whatever it is, you need to take that piece of content and make it better, make it unique to your business and what you're doing online.
Correct.
Because you want it to reach out and touch the audience or the customers that you're trying to reach. So it has to be eye-catching, unique, something like that.
And it could be some things yours. I just decided on our real estate site when I put stuff up, or on my personal Instagram, I do photography. I like photographs. So all my little posts are going to feature one of my photos. They're mine.
Yeah. They're yours. I want to say hi to Tachi and Nora. Nazim, I hope you're still here. If not, I understand the time difference. And Tachi says that, that it's not right. It's not about your product today. It's not. You can join the hashtag September 11th or never. Like I said, I sent mine out because I wrote something a few years ago on Medium, and I sent that out because that was my personal experience, and it ties into today. So someone may see that and read it and then go, okay, and then they look at my other stuff, or they may not, but that's okay with me. It's not about let me jump in on the September 11th hashtag and sell something. You just want to give out a genuine, heartfelt response. And, It could be something unique that stands out.
Right.
Kind of hard today because everything is going to be, I've seen pictures of the old Twin Towers and different things. So it's kind of, today event might be a little hard to be unique, but try. It can be done.
It really can.
Yeah.
And it's going to be unique because it's a perspective from you. It's words from you. That's why I agree with TJ, and not just picking any old quote from somebody else. Write down something that's from you. You know how we did in school, the teacher tell you to write something. Don't copy off of somebody else's paper.
Don't plagiarize.
Get your stuff. You have a comment or a feeling or a experience. Like I shared what I was thinking about when I saw it from the West Coast.
Right.
So put your own take on something. You don't have to copy somebody.
No, you don't have to copy, but you can get inspired by.
Correct. And that is, I think, what it's all supposed to do. Whatever you do should be inspire someone else to be greater.
Yeah. And that leads to the other part of content, which is, you can do original content, make it unique, but you can also do curated content. Now, what is curated content? It's just content that's by another party. It could be a blogger, a news article, something media that you saw somewhere else, and you're gathering it into a collection to share with your audience. But again, this has to be relevant to what they want to consume. It can't just be just general stuff. So if you, and I'll use Donna, because I love her. It's just so specific and so unique that she could do a weekly post, or it could be a newsletter, or whatever it is. It could be something weekly where she says, this is what happened in vegan travel. This is what you need to know. And it could be other people's information. And she's just gathering the links and then saying something about each little link. Of course, you have to go and read the information. Of course, that goes without saying. You never know. People will share stuff without looking. I always try to look at the links before I share it. Like, what is this article about? The headline may say what I needed to say. The title may say, oh, content this or digital or social media. But when I go to it, it has to be something that's shareable for me, in my mind. It just can't be something that someone else got from someone else got from someone else. I've seen that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have websites where they just get information from other websites and post it as their own full articles now. Full articles, the title and everything. And at the bottom it says this information was found on, and they put the link to the real article. And I'm like, why are they allowing that? Why is that being allowed? So I'm like, I'm not going to share that article that you wrote, which is just a copy of the original. I'm going to the original.
Yeah.
So that's where I go in and I investigate and I try to look at it before I share it. Like, it's got to be, either that, or it's a site that I know, like Social Media Today or Marketing Land or Search Engine. I know websites where I know if I share their stuff, I don't have to worry about it because they're reputable. So I just instantly share their links because I know them as a website. Also, with people like Mark Schaefer and people like that, I will share their stuff because I know I don't need to go and read his stuff. I know what the quality is. So be careful.
Oh, so the moral of that point is that you need to do your research to find out, find credible people to curate from.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you gather it's coming from another party. So you don't want to blind share. And I guess that just made that up. It's a blind share where you just go,
I like that.
A blind share. You just read
don't
on
blind
Twitter.
Share.
You see the headline. And it sounds good.
Until you dig down deep in the article.
Right. And you go and you have to go click the link and look. I mean, it takes work.
It does.
But once you get used to it, you can just click in it instantly. I read a couple of lines and I go, okay, and I share. So once you start the practice of it, you'll know quality stuff when you see it.
Because
like when you go to the grocery store and pick out fruit, right? After you experience, well, this wasn't ripe, or this, you know what to look for the next time you go, and it takes you less and less time to pick out good fruit.
So what you want is people or content that coincides, that gets along with your values.
Yes.
And
it's because you're saying, when I share something from Mark Schaefer or Jay Baer, I'm saying, listen, this is quality stuff. I mean, people know that they're quality, but someone who may not know them and know what I share, they go, okay, well, I trust it because Terry shared it.
And that's key right there. Sharing when you share something from somebody else, you are endorsing that person.
Yes, you are.
And blind endorsements don't work either.
Blind sharing, because if I follow you and you keep sharing crap stuff, it's crap. Every time I click on, I'm like, this thing, this don't give me, I can't do anything with that. It's not helping me. So I'm not going to click on any of your links. I might unfollow you.
Yes, because there was something somebody did one time. They flipped their whole demeanor online. They went from this person, and I was following them, then they flipped over to this person. I'm like, okay, who are you really now? Because you changed your whole persona.
Right.
And so I couldn't trust it anymore, nor could I share that information or content with anybody else, because I don't know if it was going to switch up in the middle of the stream.
Exactly. So this content, it sounds easy and simple. It's just content. I'll just make something. No, you got to put thought and effort into it, because it has to be useful, relevant, unique, something that stands out, that makes your audience or your customer go, hey, I need to read that right now. I need to consume that content right now. I need to look at that picture. I need to put, double tap it and like it on Instagram, or I need to share it, or I need to put it in, implement it. So that's what I was saying about content. People say content is king. No, the right content for the audience is king. You could just share anything you want, but that's not going to get you what you really want down the line, which is you want to build the relationship where you are seen as the authority, because that's what it's all about, being online. You have to get the attention to build the authority, to get people to trust you, to get them to become a part of your audience, and then eventually your customer. It's a long chain, and you got to do everything right. And doing everything right doesn't mean, tricks, clickbait, cheating, buying this, and
the slimy snake oil stuff. The slimy snake oil stuff. Please don't do that.
Yeah, that's how it's a cheap win. It sounds like, oh, I'll just go and buy. But like I said before, you buy the followers. They don't do anything. They're bots. So what was the purpose of you buying them? For you to feel good? Well, I've got 10,000 followers. I've got 100,000. Build it up naturally. It takes a while, yes. But are you in a hurry to go somewhere? You're in business.
Hopefully, and you want to be in business tomorrow. So, yes. So let's take a look at Walmart. How many people did they start off with when they first opened their first store back in Arkansas?
Yeah, Sam Walton. Wonder how many customers he had way back when, and he stuck with them.
And he was like, "Hey, Sam. Hey, Bill." When they came in the store.
No, you don't have the lowest prices. And then they come to the store and they go, wow, you do have the lowest prices. And then they went out and bought and was happy and told everyone else. And then more and more people started to come. So guess what? Why do you think you have to do something different from what Sam Walton did or anybody else that they're big now? The guy that started Coca-Cola, what was he doing? Taking it around and, selling it to people.
One person at a time.
Yes.
You see, I think we forget that sometimes. That it starts with just one person. They shared it with a friend, or they shared it with something that he cooked it up, however he cooked it up, and it had real Coke in it back in the day. So
they really did back in the day.
Sure.
Actually, I have one of not the original bottles, but I have like a bottle that's really old, because when I worked for Interpublic, and they were one of our clients, and we had Coke stuff or Coke products all over. So in the bottle, in the glass bottle. So I'm like, it's unopened. I'm like, I'm never gonna open it, because I'm like, why would I open it now? It's like years old. So, but it's just, that kind of thing, having it and saying, listen, this was what they did back when Coca-Cola first started, was these little glass bottles, and the salesman the first guy walked around, and they, back then they sold it as a tonic.
Yeah, you think tonic. Like a drug, right. Like a drug, kind of like.
They have to remember it had cocaine in it. So
yeah, it was the Red Bull of the day.
Yeah,
it was the Red Bull back in the day.
Exactly. So, but they started out with one. I mean, that's what you have to do. So you're doing it online. You have the quality product. You're providing value, and you're getting the attention. So you have to do that. And we're getting away from the buying of likes, and because like we said before, likes. Can you take likes to the bank? Can you pay your bills with likes and follows? No. Do you want to build it up where you have an audience that comes back time and time again, and that takes one at a time? You build the house one brick at a time. You don't put all the bricks up at once, do you? I mean, they are prefabricated houses, but even the prefab house started with one something. Mm-hmm. The pieces had to start with one piece, putting it together. You don't start with the house just up. Oh, and it all started with a plan. Yeah, exactly. So you're planning your content too. You're not right, just. So that's your content strategy. That's your plan. What are you going to do? Where are you going to post? How are you going to post? What are you going to post? So you need to plan all of that out. And it's easy to do. Like I said, you take a Sunday afternoon, I got a form for that. That's a PDF for that. If you want it, put in the comments that you want the PDF. I'll put the link in. Actually, I had the bot set it up. What was it? Try to type in SM Planner, SMPLANNER, SM Planner. I think the bot will give it to you. If not, put in the comments that, and this is for replay too. This is not just, okay, we're here talking about, this is replay from here, whenever. I believe I have it set up for SM Planner. One word, SM Planner. So I'm gonna play with that. See, we get to play with stuff around here. Like I said, I really, just because I've got so many things going that I'm like, okay, I got my box set up, and I'm like, I gotta check it. Matter of fact, I didn't send my reminder to people today for the show, so the bot is supposed to do that. But you got to use the tool. You got to turn on the car if you want to go somewhere. I forgot to turn on the car. That should work. Okay, not, so I'm gonna go play with it. I'm getting ready to go. I have it set up for any post, and let's see how that works. And as Fran has reported, because she's downloaded it before, that you can use it on your iPad. If you have an iPad, you can fill it out. Yep, you can. It's a PDF so you don't have to print it. You can if you want, because you can print it, and it's for the week. And you can print it, and you can write on it, you're writing on paper, or you can do it on your iPad, and, got the pen, or if you got another device, an Android device, whatever, the PDF is fillable. So let me know, guys, if that's coming through. If not, I'll have to check my bot, because I put my poor little bot. Well, I'm going to go in here. Bot is on the back burner. It's funny when now I know you posted it, because I was just over there I'm talking about the show on Facebook. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, there's this, and I'm like, okay, so where is it? No, that's our other show. And I will be checking on my bot, so next time I will mention it and make sure it's working. Like I said, I've neglected my bots. I need to go and watch RJ Redden. She's the bot ninja. I have to check her out. And a matter of fact, I think does she do a show on Tuesday? Barb is here. Hi, Barb. Does RJ do her show on Tuesdays, I think it's after this, but she has a show talking about bots. So if you're really curious about, setting up a bot, what a bot can do and what it can't do, and the things you need to know, she's the person. I will put the link in to her page. I will put it in after the show, but and we just got on. But that's a part of content. I mean, when you set up a messenger bot, it has to be content. It's a channel where you're serving up your content, your email newsletter, your email list. It's another path where you're serving up content, and it has to be the right content. It has to be useful. And again, people think, well, if I don't send out something this week, it's a disaster. Well, no, it may not. You may have something come up and you go, okay, well, I'm going to send something out. It's been a few weeks. Say that. Say, I've been really busy doing something, whatever it is.
Right.
Not make up the story, but tell the story as it is and said, I really wanted to, I came across this item and I really wanted to share it with you, or this information I really want you to know. Okay. So you're really going to, with the email list, people are really going, well, if I haven't sent something in a month or two, I'm just not, it's that thing where the delay on top of delay, and then they just, well, it's too late. They're going to get mad if I send them. No, not the people that really, connect with you and get you and your business and your information, what you're giving online. They're going to go, oh, well, there's an email from so-and-so. I haven't heard from them in a while. Let me open it and see what's there. So that's how that works. So you're going to have, your messenger bot, your email. You're going to be on social media. You're going to do live stream. That's your content. And if you're doing live like we're doing now, I think this is probably the best way, because you're doing the live video. You're talking about your knowledge. It's something that you can, down the line, take it and convert it into other things online. So it's one piece of content that you can take and you can edit it down and make little segments and share out little bits from that one video that you've done. Also with the podcast, you can take your live video, strip out the audio, there's your podcast. I mean, some people want to have it perfect, but I say, get the information out. People think with the podcast, well, I got to have a certain mic. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm telling you, all you need is Anchor, the Anchor app. If you haven't used it,
you need to call us.
Investigate and use it. Anchor app, because they even now, the latest thing they added on was monetization. There's even a little button that says, oh, if you want to donate to this content provider, there's a way for you to give money. You can get money from your podcast. And all you're doing with Anchor app is this, your phone.
And so here's the thing, too. If you need help, we'll help you.
And you say what you have to say. It's just like talking into the phone. But the main part of that, the right content. Not content, the right content. Okay? So all of these things the content is your fuel. It's your car, your business is your car. It's not going to go anywhere if you're not putting fuel in it. So you got to put the right fuel. Because with a car, put the wrong fuel in, what happens? Oh boy.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh boy. That's a lot of trouble. So you want to put the right content in. And there's different ways. So you have to think about your audience. How do they want to consume the information? And you're going to know this because you're going to know your audience. You know how they want their information, or you're going to ask them. Simply ask. Do they want written word? There's your blog post. There's your website. Do they want audio? There's your podcast. And even now, Periscope just announced, I believe, last week that they're doing audio only. So Periscope goes out to Twitter.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, Pat, I listened to one of Pat's audio
Twitter tweets.
Pieces. Yeah, she did one on her Twitter. Her Bull Durham.
Yeah, SkyNote. I mean, her Bull Durham notes. Yes.
Notes. Yeah, so she did that you do that with Periscope. You do audio only. Periscope is video, but now they do an audio only section, and all of that goes where? Twitter, automatically to Twitter.
Because the world, that's for all of us mobile people who you can't drive and watch something, so you can listen to things while you're driving.
Well, let's talk about podcasts for a minute and audio, because audio is one of those things that, we're getting away from, radio, radio's so old, and who's doing audio? But now, because we got the devices, I will not say her name, and Google has them too, but when people put audio content on there, people can listen to it while they're doing other things in the home or in the car, the podcast. You're driving and you're listening. So you don't have to look. With video, you have to look.
And you have to go, you have to go and search it and to see it. But if you, like we do have a podcast, you can go and ask your audio or your digital assistant for BizChicks podcast, and it will find it for you.
Right. So that's another way your content, if your audience prefers audio, there it is. And it's growing. It's one of those things that's growing. And we talked earlier in the year, there was, I had a lot of statistics and data from Edison Research talking about the growth of podcasts. It's just going up and up and up. So again, the easy way to get in, because you want to get in. You want to be in the game. You got to be in it to win it. What's the lotto thing that we said? They say, $1 in a dream. You got to be in it to win it. So an easy way, so you don't put it off and go, oh, I need a mic and I need Libsyn and I got to do this and I got to do that. Anchor app on your phone, press a button, talk. They send it out for you. It goes to Apple Podcasts. It goes to Stitcher. I want to say Sketcher, which is a sneaker. Stitcher. They go. Is it Downcast? There's a bunch of places.
10 different platforms.
You don't have to do a thing but record the content. That's it. And I always say the Anchor app is the easy button for podcasts. Now, it's not, if you're, someone that goes, well, I want to have a professional podcast. Well, it's not that, but it's podcasting, because you want to get in front of the audience.
And you can.
There's a certain level of sound, and Anchor gives you that. But the audience doesn't care if you got a $300 Shure mic or whatever. They don't care about that.
They want to hear your content.
Yes, that's what we're talking about today. They want your content. So get the content out, build the audience, get the money, because they have the monetization scheme, not scheme, but the monetization set up where it goes to I believe it's Stripe.
Yep.
Stripe. But you get the money.
And Barb asked if you had more than one channel on Anchor, Terry.
Yes, I do. And I need to do, and I'm saying that I'm not perfect. Like I said, when I have something to say, I have it to say. I have a backlog of stuff because it's just, there's not enough hours in a day for me. I wish I could have more hours in a day, but I do have more than one. There is content there, and I need to work it more. But we all need to work it more. That's what we're here. No, we're not perfect yet, either. I'm saying that this is what I see that we need to do together. We need to work on together.
And I will invite you to check out my stuff at Headset Radio and tell me what you think.
Yes.
I have a podcast at Headsets Radio. We have a podcast at BizChicks. TJ has a podcast. Terry Johnson Online. Terry Johnson Online. So go check it out. Give us your feedback. And let us know if you can't find it too, because we want to know that as well. You should be able to find us with ease, but if you can't, let us know that.
And the key to getting more listeners is we need to share the content out more. Do more and share more. And you can take a snippet of audio and share it on Instagram. You can take a snippet of audio, or share the link on Twitter. You can make a graphic and put it on Pinterest. You can put it on your website as your podcast page, and every instance of your podcast, every episode is there. I'm just saying that people think you have to do a professional setup where that costs, that's a money outlay. You may not have it in your budget.
But
try Anchor.
The cool thing is that if you and I'm going to slide this in there, your content that you have to share, if you're shy about going live on video, no problem. You can put it out there, and you can use the tools that are on your device. To you don't have to have a fully edited, polished up version. Just speak your truth and put it on the radio.
And that's what people are doing on Anchor. There are people out there that are just doing podcasts and talking about stuff that they want to talk about, or they're serving an audience, and they're doing it with Anchor.
Right.
But there's this thing going on where, the professional side of podcasting, I understand what they're saying, but, that's not real podcasting. Well, it is if you're putting out content and it's getting distributed to all the podcasting sites. And like I said, there's a professional side of it where, the quality of the sound and the ambient noise, all of those technical things, those things will keep a beginner out of the game.
Right.
It's the beginner in the game to where you build up to the professional level. See how that works?
Yep.
But if you're starting out going, well, the professionals say, the experts say no, the phone and an app. I mean, I can't say anymore except go and try it. Just do it. Like Nike says, just do it.
And just say what you have to say. Read something from, here's what I talked about today on my post on Instagram, and just talk about that onto your audio.
Right. And if you definitely want to have a plan and write down what you want to say, or, this is today's topic is content, or today's topic is last keywords and da-da-da-da-da. And what point 1, point 2, point 3, and then you can talk off your head about those 3 points, but you don't want to sit and, you may not want to read like it's a newscast. You may want to talk.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Like I said, Pat has hers on, she's on Anchor, and I saw her post on Twitter, but she used Periscope, and she was talking about this is what's happening. Durham, I want to say Durham Bull Durham, but it's Durham NC. What is it, Pat? Is she still here?
Yeah, she's still here. It's right. I know it's Durham Skywriter is her.
Durham Skywriter, but it's something NC.
Oh, the Bull Durham Notes. I believe it is.
I think that's it. But Pat, put it in the comments.
Yeah, where we can find you. And
put the link too.
And then she says the audience makes it real. I wouldn't fret too much over the platform itself. She's absolutely right.
She's absolutely right. But
I'm just saying there's
a contingent, and I'm not downing them because that's their thing. They're professionals, and I love that professional sound. But sometimes we need to get people into the game. We need to be in it, building up an audience, knowing what they want to hear, saying that, and giving it to them in the form they want, the podcast. And then once you build up maybe a season or two, then you go, okay, well, maybe I want to move to something more professional. I mean, but that's for you to decide, but get in it.
And it's the same way with the video. Just go live.
Yes.
Pull the camera out, go live, say something, and then go back, and as you grow, do more and do better as you grow.
We started on Blab. Playing around, doing what we're doing, saying it, and then it grew from this platform to that platform. It doesn't matter the platform, it's just that you get on and say what you have to say. Because when you're doing the live video, things can happen. Like today, things happen. Technical stuff happens. You don't start on time, but you don't let that stop you. You say, okay, well, we're just going to get started. And whoever's there is going to be there and listen to what we have to say. We're going to say, hey, replay, you're here. Share this out, to share this out and let people know if they need to know about content, if they need to know about keywords we talked about last week. And next week, we're going to talk about something else that's basic digital marketing, and the topic's going to come up. We're going to share this out so we get more people involved and they learn what they need to know.
Correct.
So if someone wants to start a podcast and they're listening to this today, they go, oh, I didn't know about Anchor app. I mean, because we know, because we're in that industry and we hear the news, but someone who's not and going, well, I want to start a podcast, but I'm kind of unsure about how to do it, or it sounds difficult and complicated, Anchor app. And you get your feet wet and you decide whether you like it or not. And it's because it's free.
Yep. We like it. I'm still learning from it. I'm learning little things. I learned little nuances. I finally figured out what I wanted to say and how I wanted to share it. And I figured out that I can use my GarageBand to do some stuff. I was like,
Right. So see how that discovery of it using the app. And then when you talk about it, share it out, it says, this podcast was created using the Anchor app. And people go, oh, what's that? Discovery.
Right.
Discovered. So that's what it's about. So and I'm always saying, with businesses, use the tool free first, and then you'll see, well, this is something I may want to use for my business. Let me investigate the next level of whatever service that they're giving. You may want to go to the paid level whenever they have one on Anchor. I don't know if they will. I'm just saying that whatever tool it is you try to use the free trial.
First.
I've seen a lot of tools and websites that are getting away from that. But if you discover one that has it, try it out, and then you go, well, I can really use this. And then you go to the paid level. But investigate it.
Yep.
Play around with it.
I really enjoyed our conversation today, Terry.
Thank you. I did too. And like I said, I was saying, content. Everybody goes, well, I know what content is, but do you have a strategy? Do you know what to do with the content? Content is king. I hear that all the way around. I'm like, no, it's not. The right content is king. The right content is the fuel for your car. That's your business that's going to get you to where you want to go, your goals. Okay, so that's what this digital marketing, this basic series is about. What are the basic things that we need to talk about and maybe look at again? Because we talked about it last year. I went back and listened to some of my stuff from last year. I'm going, oh, okay. So we need to talk about it again, because in the span of 12 months, things may change, or we may need to clarify the information. So that's why we're doing it today. And like I said, I'm thinking, basics, nobody wants to talk about that. But you do want to talk about it, because we get into the discussion about, here's the strategy, here's what you need to do. Oh, here's Anchor. Anchor has something new. So things you need to look at and try out. Content.
And then there's new people that may not have heard it. And when you're in school, they repeat things that you heard last year or last semester.
There's always a algebra 101 or whatever 101. There's always a 101, and people think they don't need it, but
it does. And you need a reminder. Mm-hmm. I was like,
refresher.
Yes, a refresher.
And to make sure you're on the right path. So that's what this, content world, getting your content together and thinking about. And you may also want to think about this. You may not need to do all three, the written, the live, the audio. You may find out you want to do one. So if you're good at writing, you may want to stick to, doing the blog post, and then maybe figuring out how to translate it to the video or the audio. There's different ways, because you can do video without having it be live like this. You can do other things.
Correct.
If you have a slide deck or PowerPoint presentation, there's a way to turn that into video also. So it doesn't have to be, and it could be your audio podcast with some imagery. That's another way to do it, because you may want to try that out. There's different ways to approach this content world. So
you just gave me a really good idea. Thank you. Because
people don't think about it like live video. I've got to go on camera, and I don't like this, and
I can actually take my podcast, put some pictures on it, and put it over on YouTube,
right?
Or on Instagram.
The right imagery. Remember, with video, we have to, there's a saying that's saying like every 10 seconds or 12 seconds to change up the
picture.
Screen. Yeah, the picture.
Yeah. So
I've seen some videos on YouTube where it's just one photo, and they're talking. I'm like, no. But it works for music. There's a lot of music videos on that, relaxing stuff.
Yes.
But they'll switch it up, though. But they'll switch up the relaxing photo. So you want to switch it up. So just keep that in mind.
I think that's a good idea. So now you have some things to play with Find out
your
how
content strategy. Yeah.
Yes. However, whichever platform you decide, whether it's audio, video, or print, just get your content out there. I think that's what TJ's message is today.
Yeah,
get the content out there.
One works for the other. So if you're comfortable with audio, you can always get that translated to written. There's a service called Rev, R-E-V, that they will take your audio, and turn it into words. So think about, you, like I said, you don't have to go, well, I got to write something, I've got to do audio, and I got to do video. You can do one, and they can translate into the other two. You just have to figure out the right tool to do it. So that's what I wanted to get out about content. So, but you need the right content that's going to get you to the goal of, I want to build an audience. I want to take that audience, turn them into customers, and have relationship where they keep coming back, right? And buy from you. That's what it's all about. So content.
Thank you.
Right? You're welcome. I hope that, you guys got something out of it. Let me know in the comments if you know what was the one thing that you got out of today's show that you can implement that's going to help you. I really want to know. We want to know. So put it in the comments. Live guys, hey, and the replay guys. Replay gang. So you know what to do, replay. Hashtag replay gang, and let me know. Let us know. What's the one thing that you got out of this show today that you can use and implement that's going to help you online?
Nice.
We want to know.
All right.
And share this out with your friends. Share it out on your news feed. Share it out everywhere you want to share it out, that you can share it out, because we want more people to know what's going on. What are we talking about that they may need to know some of these strategy tips that we shared today. Okay. And it's always a party when there's more people.
Right.
There's more opinions. It's not just me and Fran, and then we have our regular gang that we love. But you might want to have a fresh perspective come in and say, hey, I think this, or no, this, I heard that, and then we can discuss it. So
nice.
That's a good part of it.
All right. Well,
okay.
We are going to be off to another part of the day. Thank you for tuning in. And Replay Gang, thank you for tuning in. We will look to see you tomorrow with Coach Karen. Thursday, we're talking health and wellness. Friday, we're talking tech. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about in tech. So bring your questions, bring your experiences, and come share what's been going on with you in the tech world. And let's just make some stuff happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. And thank you guys for watching and being a part of the conversation. And, we're going to keep doing this.
Yes, we are.
All right. So bye, everybody. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.